to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50.
Now it's Flacco. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall, Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. Now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Broncos.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Passing play, Flacco. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Good! Lock it in! Roger, 5-0! Yellow, yellow! Hey, orbit!
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Pretty hard, step away, 20. 50. In the face. Pretty hard. Regular.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Graham. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. He gets this to Devontae Adams. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Kelly, don't let Kelly.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Broncos 6, Packers nothing.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check. Check. Hot route. Hot, hot. Jim. Buzz. Be ready. Be ready. Bring her.
Now a 1st carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his 1st carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Under 10. 10.
A good run there, 9 yards, but it still leaves them with work to do on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go again. Here we go again. He's coming. Yo, lead. He's coming. Double up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety. 51. Safety's creeping. 51. 51.
Flacco. Left side here. That's the tight end Fant. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready, hot, set. Ready. Rock it. Ready, hot, set. Wait.
Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hey, Monday. Hey, Charlie. 951. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now Flacco. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll run it with Jones. Past the 20. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
2nd down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Monday, 10. 6-6, pull it high. 3 wide. Ready high.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. This is the tight end Fant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6 yards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Your trip is here.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Third and long for Joe Flacco. He's got his tight end Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
And the Broncos first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to 11. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Broncos take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe it's
under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Single, single. Watch the eye.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. On first down, Flacco. He's going to look deep down the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flacco to throw again on second down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now after the sack, Flacco and the Broncos come up 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
High 7.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Here's Flacco. High throw, but the catch is made. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the slap, watch the slap.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Rodgers to throw once more. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 10 more there and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Flacco going to bring up the Broncos 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down. Now Flacco. Sanders has it over the middle. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now it's Flacco. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
It's Lindsey, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check 26, check 26. One day. Hurry up.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Mike 51. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. 5-0. Mike 51. Mike 51.
They're going to look to throw on fourth with Flacco. Dancing to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Watch the slam. Slam.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man. That's Allison. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's see what you got.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. There they try to sweep to Jones.
Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Rodgers looking to throw. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
No. 18. I got one.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitter's getting to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they suffer.